Okay, so we're moving on to the final step. The overview for this particular step is we're going to be going to a website called dyndns.org. You can also get to it to dyndns.com. We're going to create a free account with this website, and then we're going to configure the router or one of the computers to update the information in the account. What this will do is it'll create a domain name, and then it'll associate our IP with that name, so we can use the name instead of the IP itself. So the first part of this is right here, creating an account. Go ahead and fill out this form. This account is free. You'll need a username and a password, and you'll have to associate an email with that username and password. Once that's entered in, go ahead and read the acceptance policy, agree to it, and create the account. After that's done, you should receive an email from dyndns.org that'll have the final steps of actually confirming and finally creating the account. Now, I've done it ahead of time, so we have an account to work with. Once you're done, just go back to dyndns.org and log in. Once you get logged in, what you're interested in is right here, services. You're going to be creating a dynamic DNS service, and we're going to make a new one. This first part here is just text. It's a host name, so whatever you want to call it, whatever's easier for your customer. A good rule of thumb for choosing a name, if your company is, ABC Company, then you might want to call it ABC Company DVR. The second part is just an extension. There's a whole list of them to choose from. Some good ones to think about are the dyndns.org extension, or possibly the dvrdns.org extension. Of the two, I personally believe the dvrdns.org is better, simply because it's more descriptive. It's easier for the customer to remember what's going on. This next part right here is what is your current external IP address. We need to upload an initial point so that it can track IPs from that point forward. dyndns has a nice feature right here, auto detect. If you click it, it'll auto detect what your current IP is and slap it up there. And then go ahead and create the host. Then once that's done, you can actually go to My Services, and you should have something down here in your host services. At this point, you have one of two options. If your router has the ability to do DDNS automatically, which Linksys does, we can go ahead and program the information into the router. If your router does not have the ability to do DDNS automatically, you can download a program here that you would load on a computer, and then that computer uses the program to update information in the account. So in the Linksys, just go back to the router's interface, and under the setup, way over here under the advanced setup, you have Ddns Setup. So we're going to go ahead and configure a DDNS service. We're going to do it through the dynamicdns.org. This first part is the actual account name for your dyndns account. So go ahead and enter ours. And then, of course, the password. And then it's asking you, what is your domain's name? Which, back here on the services, that's what this is. So the first part of it is SCS Plano DVR. The second part is what is the domain's extension, which is DVRDNS. And this last part is what is your website type. Ours is org. And then go ahead and save your changes. This is what you're looking for. DDNS updated successfully. Again, this first part was the host name that we typed in, and these two are the combination of what we did from the drop-down. If you do not get a DDNS updated successfully, it's just a matter of double-checking your username, your password, whether all this is correct as far as the host name and the extension. Other things that could go wrong is the account itself may not be active yet. Or lastly, that there's not a service configured for the account. So that actually completes that section. We now have a website called, in this case, scsplanodvr.dvrdns.org. Instead of having to remember what our external IP addresses are, all we have to remember are this set of words right here.